has none but this foreigner returned to give thanks to God. Here in America, we celebrate Thanksgiving, and my question for you today is, what does Thanksgiving mean to you? Is it a celebration that we do once a year? Is it that great feast holiday that sets off the Christmas shopping season? Or is it something that we do every day to give thanks to God for all that He has done for us? After all, each of us sitting here, or standing in my case, there is absolutely nothing that we have that has not been given us by God. And so should we not be grateful? Should we not be thankful? As a Thomistic scholar, I agree with St. Thomas, who said that in all things we should find a middle way, a via media, neither too far to one extreme or too far to the other. So I'm not saying that we shouldn't feast and enjoy our families and take a day off, but neither should we go so far to the other side to see it as only a secular holiday and forget that it was instituted to give thanks to God. I had a lady that I know fairly well, a good Catholic woman, and we were talking a day or so ago about the stores being open on Thanksgiving, and her response was, well, it's a secular holiday. I really don't see the problem. It's not like it's a holy day. And then I said to her, well, tell me, where does Thanksgiving come from? And of course, as we all know, she talked about the Pilgrims and the Thanksgiving feast in 1651. And I said, what was the feast for? She said, to give thanks to God. I said, well, there you are. It's more than just a secular holiday. In fact, in two cases before that date of 1651, once in Florida and once in Texas, Catholic priests offered a mass of thanksgiving, and there was a feast that followed. But unfortunately, we've lost that today. People call it Christmas creep. I say we need to fight back. We need to put God back into our lives, put God back into our holidays. I had to make a trip yesterday up to Best Buy. I don't particularly like going there, but I needed a small case, and they were the only one in town that carried it. And I pulled into the parking lot, and as I'm walking into the store, I'm looking on the right side of the entrance, and there behind the metal barricades is a tent and 15 chairs. And I thought to myself, at what point are these people giving thanks to God for what they have? And this isn't a judgment on them. I don't know the state of their souls. I don't want to know. But I can look at the actions and ask myself, at what point are they giving thanks to God? To spend all of Thanksgiving neither with family nor friends nor in a church, but sitting on a sidewalk to get into a store, is that really what Thanksgiving is about? And unfortunately, I'm sure they're not the only ones in the entire country. It's probably repeated over and over and over again. Now, as you all know, I'm a new priest, so I don't have a lot of experience, but I would be willing to bet my next paycheck to anyone who wants to take me up on it, that there is not a priest alive today who has come to their church and found someone who has camped there all night waiting to get in. Well, you laugh, but I'm being serious. Is that half-price Blu-ray player actually more important than God? More important than Jesus Christ who died on the cross? Would that time searching for sales, searching for that Best Buy, not be more wisely invested in prayer to God, in thanksgiving to God for what we already have? It is unfortunate in our consumer-driven society that society tells us it's not what you have, but what you could have that is most important. Christ says, be content with what you have, with the exception of your eternal salvation. Work for that. Where your treasure is, so also is your heart. St. Paul tells us in Romans, the kingdom of God is not about eating and drinking. It is about love, love of God, love of our neighbor. My brothers and sisters, as we go forth today, let us remember to put God first in everything we do. Remember, it's a middle way. I'm not saying don't go feast, don't watch a football game, don't have chips and dip, never shop again in your lives. I mean, after all, we work hard for our money. If you can save a few dollars, that's great. Perhaps those few dollars will find their way back into our collection here. But nevertheless, keep God foremost in your life. In all things, put God first. In all things, every day, wake up and say, Lord, thank you for another day. Thank you for the blessings that you have given me. And sometime today, take 5 minutes by yourself. Yes, those of you who are married, this is your excuse to get away from the spouse. Take 5 minutes by yourself and reflect on what God has given you. Your family, your health, your home, that you're not on the street begging, that you're warm at night, that you have people who love you, people who care about you. And then open your eyes and look around and realize that everything you see, from the furniture in your house to the grass outside, is a gift from God, and take time to thank Him for all He does. May we always, always make Thanksgiving a daily event.